Hello everyone, this is Hoda Ganji. In the last video, we created the foundation and the basement view. In this video, we're going to continue with our garage level. So feel free to follow the previous video to see how we worked on it till here. So as we talked about, it's better to go from bottom to top when modeling a building. So I'm going to continue with the next floor above basement, which is the garage level. I have garage level here just to show you what's happening in section 1. By the way, I can put my garage level and section 1 side by side using WT. So far, this is what we have. Here, I want to move this section line a little bit further. I want to click on it and use arrow keys to move it a little bit further, and it shows it better in here, right? Okay, so our garage level is 400 millimeters than level 1. If you want, you can click on this, add an elbow so it looks nicer here. And what we're gonna draw is the garage floor and as well as garage walls and everything, right? So where shall we start? How about I also have my 3D view here. I'm gonna go back to garage level, hit WT. I do want to see all three views at once. In this view, 3D, I can click on level 2 DWG, type HH to temporarily hide it, and I want to focus on this part, right? So in my garage level, I do have part of the walls here, right? So I just want to continue from the side of it because then I wouldn't have any overlaps. So in my garage level, and I know that it starts 400 millimeters lower than level 1, I just want to know what are some of the dimensions here. It seems that I have 8 inches wall, 8 inches wall over there and over there. That's good. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go with architecture wall. I know it's 8 inches wall. That's good. And it's going to start from garage level, which is here, and it's actually going to go all the way till level 2, right? So up to level 1, I'm going to change it to up to level 2. Garage level to level 2, finish face exterior 8 inches, that's good. Maybe I can start from this corner and I want to go clockwise to get the right orientation of the walls. One click here, moving up, one click here, and I just want to click here first, right? So if you look at it, these three walls look okay, right? And if you see it in section, they are actually like this one. It's exactly in the right location. Now for the part of the wall which is actually above the foundation wall, which is gonna be that side of it, and that side of it, that piece of wall, as you see, in order to avoid any conflict or overlapping, it needs to start 400 millimeters above um, garage level, right? So I'm gonna go with uh, my wall here again. So for that part of the wall and that part of the wall, basically it's gonna start from level 1. So although I'm drawing in garage level, I change the base contour to level 1. And maybe on this part, it would be easier for me to go with finish face interior because I can select this easily here. So finish face interior, going from level 1 to level 2. So I need to change this to level 2, apply. So finish face interior, level 1 to level 2. One click here, one click here, and I just want to click once around here, right? So if you look in 3D, although the top of these walls are the same, this one starts a bit lower, this one starts a bit higher, which makes sense, right? And on this location, I want to align the edge of this wall with this line. So AL for a line, click on the source line, one click here. On that corner here, it seems that if I hit DI for dimension, hit tab to select this edge, and this edge is 419. 419 is basically a 16.5 inch. This part of the wall is a little bit thicker. It has more supports inside, so I'm going to go with wall. I'm going to change this to as you see, to 6.5 inches wall. And again, it's going to go from level 1 up to level 2, finish face interior, and I'm going to draw this remaining part of the wall in here. Right? Now, if you look at it, it's all correct, no overlaps or anything. And if you look at it here, you see this wall goes till here, this wall goes till the top of that foundation wall or basement wall, which makes sense, right? Now I need to draw a floor for my garage level, so I can go here, architecture, floor, architecture, floor. I can take care of the wall or floor layers later. I can pick the lines, or I can just draw a rectangle from inside to inside here and finish it. And now you see that it's exactly where it should be, right? Which is on garage level. This is my garage level. Now you see here, I'm gonna need another foundation wall, but it's not gonna go as low. Maybe it's just gonna go like 1.2 meters below level 0. So I'm gonna, in my section view, I'm gonna type LL. I'm gonna draw another level, which is 1200 millimeters lower than level 1. Be careful when you are selecting which level to offset from. So this one click, hit escape. I'm going to select this. This is the level that I just draw. I'm going to use elbow. Maybe I'll change this to 1 to 50. Now it's a little bit better. So this one here, level 6, it drew it as level 6. I'm going to name it as top of foundation of the garage level, right? So top of foundation of the garage level is going to be here. You see that it's black, which means it didn't automatically add it to the floor levels. I notice it doesn't automatically add it to Revit version 2025. Maybe it's a glitch, they fix it in the newer version. So if it doesn't, just go with view, plan view, floor plan, top of foundation garage. Now it's added here. I'm gonna close garage level. I'm gonna hit TW and WT again, so I have a nice tiled view again. And here, what am I going to do? I'm going to draw um, foundation walls below the garage, right? And again, just like the part of the wall which is over there and is slightly different, it's going to be from this area. So in the foundation, top of foundation of the garage, I'm going to go with wall. If you want to use the same foundation wall, that's fine. But because this is thinner, it's not holding much weight. Instead of 18 inches, if my wall is like 8 inches, which is 200 millimeters, I'm gonna go with edit type and duplicate it. And instead of 18, I just wanna go maybe with just 12 inches foundation wall and go to edit, change this number to 12 inches with the inch symbol, and it's gonna turn it in the right number. Hit OK. As we mentioned, for finish face, I want to go with finish face interior from top of garage level, which is from here till where? Till the garage level itself, right? Finish face interior, I'm just going to click on the interior part here, going clockwise, one click here, one click here, and one click here. I didn't go all the way till the end. Why? Because we already have the basement wall there and it doesn't need it. If you see it in 3D, it just gets close to the back of the um, basement wall, right? So that's all correct. And remember, we always need that footing. Go to structure, wall, footing. Hover the mouse around one of these walls. In this case, I'll go one by one. One click here, one click here, one click here. That's the footing for the foundation wall, and you can see it right here. So this is a correct uh, presentation, which means the inside of the walls are finished and the floor is from inside to inside of the foundation walls, right? So we are good with this one. It's all set. As we mentioned, we're going to go from bottom to top of the building. So that means next level to work on is going to be level 1. So I'm going to maybe go with level 1. I can close this view, but I'm going to keep the rest in level 1. Um, See that level 1 and level 2 are a little bit different. How about I just show you the difference? If I go to level 2 does not go as far on the west side as level 1 does. So one of the things to know is when I'm drawing my level 1, I need to know where level 2 ends. And it basically ends at the end of this wall, right? So just for myself, in level 2, I want to draw a reference plane or RP. Under architecture menu, reference plane is here. I'm going to type RP. I want to draw one reference plane from the edge of the one in level 2 vertically till here, and in level 2 I know that above this level, above this reference plane to the left side there is nothing, but to the right side there is part of my bedroom on level 2, right? So it means half of garage above it there is nothing, but the other half we have part of the building above it. And it's interesting and it's important to know this, right? So how about I just focus on these two views for a second. I'm just gonna get a few dimensions to know what's the size of my walls. It seems that most of them are 8 inches, which is a 203 or 200 millimeter wall, and those are interior walls. If you are trying to get a dimension and it just goes with center line of the wall, hit tab and hit tab again, and it will allow you to get the thickness of the wall, right? So um, it seems that for this part and that part, which means on the north side, east side, and south side till here, I can go directly from my level 1 to the top of the roof plate. If I go with reset temporary height here, because those three edges, north, east, and part of south, share the same wall. It could go from here till the top of roof plate, but when it gets to the west side here, it's going to be slightly different. So how am I going to approach this? I'm going to go with architecture wall. I'm on level 1, and I'm going to go with up to level top of the roof plate, and I'm going to go with an 8 inches wall. Okay, how about I'll go with finish face interior this time. So finish face interior, level 1 to top of the roof plate, and I'm gonna click here once. Again, I would prefer to go clockwise here, here, and here. I'm just gonna stop it here, right? As I said, those three walls, they go from level 1 all the way to the roof plate. Same with that wall over there, which is different in depth, if I get it here, the depth of this wall is 0.5, which is 12 inches. So I'm going to go with wall, same setting, but I want to change it to 12 inches. And maybe I'll go with finish face exterior. So I can just click here, go clockwise and click here. That part of the wall also goes from level 1 all the way to the roof plate. This part of the wall is also common between the two levels, so I can go back to wall in my level 1, finish face exterior, level 1 to level roof, or I can go with finish face interior, so I can just click here and here. Oh, I need to change this back to 8 inches from this corner to that corner, right? And now the rest of it is going to be slightly different between level 1 and level 2. So the only part of the wall which is missing in level 1 is here. If I click on DWG files, type HC is going to hide category, which is the same as hide category temporarily. So these are the walls that exist. Now you see that just this part of the wall is missing. So I'm going to reset temporary hide. On level 2 here, this wall is continuous, still going to be 8 inches, but on this level is slightly different in thickness. It's 356 here, which is, if I get 356, is 14 inches. So for the next wall in level 1, I would like to go from level 1 to level 2 instead. Finish face interior is good, and I want it to be 14 inches, which is 356. So finish face interior, level 1 to level 2. One click here, one click here. I want to go clockwise, one click here. So this part of the wall, as you see, only goes till below level 2. This other wall here, which you see, it's only 5 inches. So I'm going to go with wall, generic wall, 5 inches, finish face exterior, level 1 to level 2. I'm going to click on this corner, which is this corner on the plan, one click. It's telling me there's some overlap, but it's easy to fix this. Basically, I just want to move this a little bit outside. Make sure this wall and this wall are joined. And after joining them, the reason there are two is that if you remember, the bottom of them were different. This one starts from level 1, but this one starts from garage level. Now, still, I want them to be joined, so one click here, click on this wall and then click on this wall. Now they are joined, which means even though they have different start level, they are joined. Now if I move this back here, I don't get any messages. Okay. Same with this part of the wall. I'm gonna go with wall, finish face exterior from this corner to this corner. There we go. For your information here on the front side, for the left side of the vestibule, I have a storefront wall, which is if I go here, go with storefront, I'm gonna go to my level 1, from level 1 to level 2, one click here, and I'm gonna hit a space, so it's gonna go towards inside. There we go. And I'll talk about how to add the door here a little bit later, but this is my storefront wall. Okay, so um, all the walls that I have on level 1, it's complete, it's good, I'm happy with it. For right now, I would prefer to draw the floor of level 1. We have already drawn the floor for garage level and basement. So I'm gonna click on DWG file here and type HH in level 1, so it's not gonna confuse me. And I'm gonna go with inside of all the walls. Later we need to cut the area that the stairs go from the floor, but for now let's just draw a floor in level 1. I would prefer to pick lines, so I can pick the interior lines here. I'm gonna go from the inside. I'm not gonna include the vestibule because the vestibule is 20 centimeters lower in floor than level 1. So let's keep going. Sometimes picking line gives you more accurate than picking walls. This area, they need to be trimmed, trim, trim. When you trim, click on the part of the wall that you want to keep. Click on part of the line that you want to keep. That's all good. I'm gonna say finish edit mode. This time I'm gonna say attach. That's okay. And in my section, I should check that everything is working fine. How? I'm gonna go to my section view here, and this is the floor. When I hit attach, it actually created this nice detail. So this time for first floor, I do prefer to hit yes, attach the walls. I also need to draw the piece of the floor which is within that vestibule area. I'm gonna reset my temporary drawing to see where this wall ends till there. So I want to draw a floor, but this floor is negative 200 for the height offset from level, which is 20 centimeters lower than level 1. I can just draw a rectangle from here to this edge, click on it. For this one, I'm going to say don't attach. The only thing is I should click on this wall, make sure that the base offset is negative 200 for the wall as well. I'll talk about the settings of this storefront wall later. So if I see my section, I'm happy with it. It looks good. In 3D, it looks good. And I just need to complete the remaining walls of level 2, right? So I'm going to go to level 2. Um, from this point till here, this wall was common between level 1 and level 2. This other part of the wall is only going to start from here, so that's why we draw it in 2 steps. So in level 2, only this part of the walls are missing, and let's see what's dimension in here. It's 0.5 again, and this part is 2.3. So it's 8 inches and 12 inches. I'm gonna go with wall. I'm gonna go with an 8 inches wall from, let's say, finished face interior, from level 2 to top of the roof plate. That's good. One click here, one click here. I'm gonna change this, hit escape, change this to 12 inches. Finish face interior, level 1 to top of the roof. So one click here, one click here. Back to, hit escape, back to 8 inches wall. Same settings, one click here, one click where we have the wall over there, right? So this part of the wall, the base of it starts on level 2, right? Now we need to draw the floor of level 2. I'm gonna hit TW so you see my screen better. I can remove these couple dimensions by erasing them. And you see this part is more like an open area for the stairs, so the floor ends here. I'm gonna go with architecture floor, and I'm gonna go with picking the lines. So I'm gonna go with pick lines here. One click, one click, one click there. I need to click here as well. Go with minimum clicks and then use your trim command. One click here, one click here. And when it gets here, I need this part to connect here and this. So how is it going to work? The rest you use trim for it. Trim accent, click on the part of the wall that you want to keep. Same here, one click here, one click here. One click here, one click here. And it's gonna actually, where it gets to this wall, I want to flip this. So I want to actually pick the inside of this wall. You'll see why later. One click here, one click here. So trim extent, one click, one click. Then I can just click here and here. I don't need this part, so it's just gonna go from there. And I also need to trim here, trim there, and I need to pick this line again. It's gonna say this part of it overlaps. That's okay because we're gonna trim this part so the overlap is not an issue anymore. So this is the floor of the second floor. Before clicking, see it says its height offset from level is negative 200. It's reading the previous setting. Change this to 0. Check the box. Let's attach the walls. Can create curtain wall Mundian. It's okay. Hit delete element here. I'm gonna look at it in section and it looks all good, all nice, right? Um, okay, let's take a look here. I'm gonna go with my level 2 section and 3D side by side using WT. I want to move this section a little bit up so I see how it works like in here, for instance. And I want to see if I will also have my level 1 here actually. And if I select my curtain wall here, uh, I want to move this section line down using arrow keys till it goes through the storefront wall. I want to see the storefront wall goes till there. Now for this wall here, you see there is a little bit of gap above the door in the vestibule. So what I would like to do is that for this one single wall, I'm gonna say go with another negative to negative 10 inches because the floor is 10 inches for the base offset, right? So now if you see it here, this wall, which previously started there, you can just also drag it and drop it here. It's gonna start from here. Now this is better. This is a better uh, detail. The only thing is this wall, I also need to attach top base to what? To this floor. The only thing that I need to do right now is to design either a floor or a ceiling here uh, to cover this area, and then we will have a roof over here. So I'm gonna go to my level 2. In level 2, I would like to temporarily see the level below. So in properties of level 2, when level 2 is active, which means it's bold here, I wanna go with underlay, show level 1. So I can see level 1, and I just need to go with a floor here, and it's gonna cover from inside to inside, but also the bottom of this wall because there's a hole there. Check the box. I want to say attach. Yes. Hit cancel when it asks to delete the target. Now it's all good, right? So if you see in section, this section is good, and if I move the section line lower, all these are good. So that gap is filled. Next, I just need to draw a ceiling for my level 2. In level 2, I don't need that underlay anymore. So go to underlay in the properties of level 2 view, change that to none. I don't want to see this ceiling here. I want to right click, say hide in view element. And finally, I just want to draw a ceiling for level 2. Because it's not a cathedral ceiling, which means it has a flat ceiling, then there is a sloped roof on top of it. So I'm gonna go with architecture, maybe ceiling on level 2, and I just want to go with this automatic ceiling. And it says not visible in this floor plan, which is totally fine. That's all good, and that's all we needed to have. If you wanted to see the stuff below, click on ceiling, type HH or temporary hide, and you see everything else. We still need to create windows, doors, stairs, but besides that, the overall form of the building is shaped. Thank you so much. That's it for this video. Please like and subscribe for more videos.